morgen. I hope you guys are doing pretty well. Let's find out. We're gonna see all the shit. No, we'll see all the things. What energy is moving towards you, what's moving away from you, what you're working on, towards, all that shit. Let's find out. Oh. So weird. I just had like this flashback of this dream I had, totally unrelated. But I'm gonna tell you because I just had a flashback while I was shuffling. But I was in Israel, right? Like in my dream. I'm like, it was so dope. But it was like walking through like ancient marketplaces and shit. I don't remember much detail. You know how dreams be like. Alright, so let's see. Libra. Earthed. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. I feel that. Okay, we got that alien energy, right? That feeling of being trapped on the wrong damn planet. Where's our ride, right? I'm pretty sure the Area 51 has all of our rides just locked up. We were supposed to be off this planet centuries ago. Alright, so you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. This is kind of saying you're not alone in that feeling, right? You're not alone in feeling stuck in this world but not of it, right? It's a fucking terrible feeling, honestly. Like, you can't identify with the creatures of this planet. And you can really tell when somebody's really from here, right? Like, very primal. Lost land, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before, right? This talks about reincarnation. This talks about past life regression and remembering past lives, right? If you're a starseed, you're here for a reason. Lost lands, it kind of talks about what I was just saying, feeling like, what the fuck, right? Like, where's our ride? Why are we still fucking here? You know, I get that. I get it. Empathic starseed. It showed up, dude. I see you. Little starseed. Energetic sovereignty. Absorbing what's not yours. You have to be careful as an empathic starseed because one of your super abilities is also your downfall, right? And that is being empathic, right? Having empathy. This really helps with like telepathic communication and intuition, you know, clairvoyance, all that shit. However, if you're not understanding it while you're experiencing it, it can sometimes feel like you're crazy, right? Or sometimes you catch moods that are not yours, right? And you're like, fuck. And you start identifying with it because you're the one feeling it, right? So it must be your feelings. No, you're like a sponge, an energetic sponge. You're pulling energy from everywhere, right? So when you catch yourself feeling in a random mood or just feeling off-put, irritated, agitated for no reason, it's because you're around people who are like that, right? And instead of identifying with those feelings and taking them on like they're your own feelings, what you gotta do is you gotta leave, right? You go on a drive, you gotta go on a walk, get the hell away from that energy, right? Or fucking sage yourself, whatever. Grab your crystals, keep them in your pockets, right? Throw them in your undies if you gotta. I don't give a fuck. But that, you know, like, that super ability to walk in a room and be able to read it and feel everyone's energy, like, you have that, but you have to learn how to identify what are your feelings and what aren't your feelings, right? Your feelings will stem from somewhere, right? Anger is a secondary emotion, right? So your feelings, if you're feeling angry, there's got to be a reason why, something that brought about this anger in you. And if there is no reason why, then you're adopting somebody else's anger, right? And taking it on like it's your own. And that's really how we learn that we're empaths, right? Is when you start feeling different moods around different people and you're like, fuck, this shifts and changes, right? Like, I can really tell when I embarrass my friends. And it's hilarious because I used to think it was my own shame. And then I was like, wait, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. Why would I be embarrassed? Right? And then I learned, because I'm a fucking goofball, like, whatever. And I've been known to embarrass my friends in public. Who doesn't want to do that? Okay. But yeah, so I don't know. We're all air signs here, though. You feel me? You feel me? Air signs, aliens, right? We're not like earth signs. Earth signs feel like they're from here. Well, not all earth signs. Some of them are kind of outlandish, right? But like I feel like it's almost predominantly with earth signs where we identify so much with birds and aliens, right? We don't feel like we're part of this, right? We feel like our heads are up in the clouds, and then people try to drag us down, and they're like, you need to be grounded, you need to connect with the mother, and you're like, bro, this isn't my mother, Earth is my sister. Like I understand being grounded, but also like I'm looking for my mother out there. Kind of energy. I feel like it's like that though, feeling like you're not part of this, right? Feeling like you're just fucking different. You're made of different stuff. You think different ways, right? The things that can enthrall a human do not enthrall you, right? Like, also makes relationships really hard too. If you feel like humans are a different species, right? That it feels like bestiality a little bit. Being with somebody who is so Earth-like, who is such an Earthling, right? Like for example, like Kim Kardashian, right? Or who else exists? Like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. Those are Earthlings, like legit Earthlings. And honestly, like I couldn't fathom being with a real Earthling, just whole different species, total bestiality. Alright, so let's see, Libra, I'm already on a tangent. My penny fell face up. Good luck. Okay, we have Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is an artist. Somebody who's very passion-driven. Somebody who has a deep sense of their own feelings. Right? Very intuitive. Also very empathic. But you're a creator of sorts. Right? Eight of Wands in reverse, right? And also, Queen of Cups talks about being in your feelings a bit. You could be feeling feelings of love, compassion, love, right? Eight of Wands in reverse tells me that you feel like something's not moving very fast, or like something's very slow moving. Something, you were moving forward with something, and then there was like kind of a pause or a halt. Let's see. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It's like feeling like this feeling of like waiting for like the prize at the end of the rope, right? But like kind of wanting something here, wondering when like something's gonna manifest for you. This could be in regards to money or feelings, right? This is something that represents abundance too, but it's like feeling like I've planted all these seeds. I've I've done all this work and all the shadow work and all this stuff, and then, but you're not really seeing the fruits of your labor, and you're kind of like, what the hell? You're like, why is it taking so long? With the Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I put in so much work, right? That's the energy of you. Like, and I feel like you could be working a lot too, right? And just feeling like you're doing your best. You're showing up as your best, you know? You check yourself, all that. And just when I say that, Justice shows up in reverse. And this is Libra energy, but I'm not reading it as you being imbalanced as a person, because I see you as the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. What I'm seeing here is that you feel like you faced injustice, or something's not fair. Something's not right. Like, you're like, what the hell? Like, I did the things. Now, where's the payoff, right? And in regards to money, that's fair. And I should do a video on manifestation one of these days. Like, and I will. But honestly, there are several videos on manifestation you should look into, if in regards to money. And if this is in regards to feelings, Queen of Cups, that's where you have to learn that people aren't prizes to sit. Like, it's almost like treating people like a trophy. If you feel like, oh, if I plug in this much work, then I'm going to have this outcome. They're not trophies. They're not prizes. They're not things to be won. I feel like Jasmine from Aladdin, which is like, I'm not a thing to be won. I'm not a prize to be won. That's what she said. Yeah, and it's kind of like, and sometimes it's a hard reality check, to realize that people are not your prizes, right? Your abundance is your prize. Your, fortune is a prize. Like, having good circumstances is a prize. But a person has another will, right? And one rule of the whole universe that we all understand is that humans have free will. Or whatever sentient beings are on this planet have free will, right? Even the planets have free will, right? That's why they do some whack shit sometimes. But for the most part, though, it's understanding that a person is not a prize. They have free will over their own life. And when people come together in union, it's not winning something, right? It's because one person values the company of another and wants to sit in their energy and wants to grow together, right? But that's not winning anything, right? That's not a prize. It's not a trophy. It's simply the will of one surrendering and, the will of two surrendering to an outcome together, And so you may be getting blessed in many ways, right? And if you're only expecting to get blessed in that one way, then that's where it's kind of like the universe can't do that for you. Only you and a person can do that for you, right? God can't force, that's why love spells never work and they always backfire. Because willpower is such a strong thing, right? It's the strongest thing in the universe. And so, it's really about vibrating on a similar frequency to the point where you are in alignment, right? And that's not being the same as them, but being in similar energy, right? You attract like energy, people who vibrate on the same frequency. And that's not to say that there aren't other circumstances preventing a union if you have a specific person in mind, right? Ace of Cups. I love this. This is the energy of you loving yourself, right? You're filling your own cup. You take care of yourself, your spiritual self as well. It's like you are very in tune spiritually, and you do catch blessings for that. Whether you recognize it or not, right? It could be that negative bias in your mind where you're only fixated on the one thing you don't have when you have so many other things to be grateful for. And it's kind of asking you to, add a little bit more gratitude into your routine daily. Like remember to be grateful for the blessings that you do get, because if you're not grateful, that's when you stop getting them. The Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy. Yeah, this is the energy of something not moving forward or having a setback, right? Which we kind of already talked about. And I feel like it solely has something to do with the willpower of another person, and it's like if you want to connect with somebody specifically, then you could end up waiting a long time. However, if you just kind of like surrender to your outcomes and allow yourself to fall into alignment with a person, then it will inevitably fall into place. Nine of Pentacles in reverse is like that energy that you don't really want to be alone, right? You don't want to do it alone. Like, you can make it alone. You can, but you don't really want to be alone. And that's fair, right? It's fair to feel like you want to share your energy with somebody, like you want to have that divine and spiritual experience of being with somebody. Hold on, I'm dropping shit everywhere. Trying to fix these cards. But yeah, there's this energy of like being very open to this divine experience of being with somebody else. Like you want your spirituality to not be just you and you alone, I feel that. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can talk about deception, but another thing that it also talks about that I'm really feeling in this is observing somebody, right? Like watching their social media, seeing them on whatever platforms, but it's like watching somebody. With the Queen of Cups, I do feel like you have a specific person in mind in regards to who you would like to be with or who you would like to grow with. And I feel like that energy of observing them. The Empress, they inspire you to create, right? That's Aries energy. But they inspire you to create. They awaken your passions. They motivate you. And I understand that, right? They pull out the divine feminine in you. Whether you're male or female, that means that they bring out the artist and the spiritual side of you. With the High Priestess in reverse, though, you have doubts that it'll work out or that it'll ever happen, right? And High Priestess is Pisces energy. But I do sense, like, these doubts. I do feel this energy of, like, though they inspire you and awaken something in you, you're just like... Seven of Cups in reverse. I feel like you're not paying any mind to having options or wanting other options. Three of Swords in reverse. I feel like there's like a fear of like getting your heart broken if you're too vulnerable too. Or like you've had your heart broken in the past and there's this energy of like trying to avoid that. Six of Cups in reverse. This is like a new energy in your life, or this is somebody that you haven't like had extensive history with, right? It's something new, a new energy. It feels so unfamiliar that it's familiar in a way, right? And with that Lost Lands card, you've done this before. It could be a relationship from a past life even. With the Death in reverse, reminds me of that song, It's Not Over, right? And it's kind of feeling like you don't feel like this is the end of your story, even with your doubts, even with, you know, all that. It's like you feel like there's still got to be something more to it. Page of Swords, they might make you mad sometimes. They might trigger like anger in you or like impatience in you. You might get mad that like you're growing impatient with the fact that like they're not coming through for you in that way. Page of Swords is also, I mean, Swords is air energy, right? So this could also be somebody of an air energy. That you want to like make an offer to, or somebody wants to make an offer to you. But with Page of Swords, ultimately, I get this feeling of like feeling anger. Three of Pentacles. It's like you want to work with this person and on more than just like a relationship level. Like you want to work with them in terms of like every aspect of your life. And you have 333, right? The Empress is the third of the major arcana. And we have Three of Pentacles and Three of Swords. And yeah, that tells me that like I want to work with them. Knight of Cups in reverse is like feeling like with the Four of Pentacles. I think the thing that really instills anger in you too, or part of it, is the fact that like rather than choosing love with the Knight of Cups, they chose to work on things by themselves with the Four of Pentacles, right? That's very masculine energy. Like they chose to focus on like their business, their aspirations, other things, and you're kind of feeling like in second place to that, and that kind of sucks. It hurts, right? Or you could be making the decision to not chase love and just kind of focus on building a strong foundation for yourself also. With the Lovers in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse, I feel like they probably broke up with you. You were probably in a relationship. Six of Wands in reverse. You were not feeling like seen in the right way, or you felt like they were just distracted, paying attention to other things, focusing on other shit. Nine of Swords in reverse is kind of this refusal to let yourself, like, beat yourself up about it. It's like you're still trying to, like, you're still looking at the more optimistic side of things, even if there are doubts. It's like you don't have hatred for them. You don't, like, loathe them. You just want things to be different. With the Devil in reverse, I feel this energy of like releasing temptation, you know, especially with the Seven of Cups in reverse. It's like you don't feel tempted by others. You don't allow that energy in your life. And also there could be temptations right now sparking up because of what transpires. And I feel that you're still not going to let the energy of temptation really destroy all the progress that you've made. With the Ace of Wands, I do see that you will have a passionate new beginning. Holy shit, Spirit is talking to you. Cards flying out at me everywhere. Okay. The Hermit. You might spend some time in solitude. You know, this passionate new beginning could be in regards to starting a new business. Something that will bring in wealth for you with the Knight of Pentacles. This could be a hobby as well, like, or some sort of artistic creation, especially with you showing up as the Empress and the Queen of Cups. The Hermit, Virgo energy, and the Devil's Capricorn. The Lovers is Gemini. I forgot to tell you those. But with this Hermit energy and the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you might take some time to yourself to really build up your foundations, to really, you know, work towards your own ambitions here. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, I feel like you're not, like, defensive. You're not allowing anything to, like, bring you to, like, that Nine of Swords energy, right? With the Nine of Swords in reverse, you're not allowing it to tear you up like that. You're in the energy of, like, handling things very maturely and loving authentically, right? And authentic love means that you love a person regardless of whether or not you're with them. You still want the best for them. King of Swords in reverse. Oh, I see divine counterparts here, right? And I see this energy of still, like, cooperation, collaboration. Even if you're in a season of separation, y'all are still mirroring each other. The Wheel of Fortune is showing up, right? Fortune favors the bold, right? And it's like saying, you know, I feel like good things will be coming for you. And the more you focus on yourself and less on the person, the more you're surrendering to your outcomes and allowing fate to take place, right? You allow destiny to happen, right? The Wheel of Fortune is like saying, hey, these blessings are coming in for you. We just can't hyperfixate on that, right? It can't deter you from anything. You have to stay focused. You can't be distracted by shit. The Wheel of Fortune is also like things changing for the better, right? So with the King and Queen of Swords in reverse, right? Neither of you are showing up in the energy of, like, conflict, right? Also, could be two air signs. Which would make sense, because, like, who the fuck else feels like your species, right? You feel like you're from out of this world, and you need somebody who also feels from out of this world, right? Like I said, earthlings are not meant for air signs, right? Air signs, we're birds and aliens, man. We are not we're not the same as, you know, earthlings. And so I just feel a lot of good things coming, right? A lot of unexpected good things. And I feel like the more that you show up in the right energy, even during disappointment, right? Even during any kind of setbacks, as long as you keep your vision alive, you know, and as long as you keep striving to show up as your best self, inevitably fate and destiny are going to take hold and great things are going to happen in your life, and you'll have the connection that you dream about having, you know. It's all a matter of alignment at this point, right? And if they are in the energy of focusing on themselves and focusing on their business, or focusing on their creations or whatever, then in order to match that energy, you would also need to be focusing on yourself and your creations and your growth, your expansion as an individual, right? And when you guys mirror that energy, that's when you vibrate high enough to meet each other, to match the energy, right? It's like because I see like this person isn't hyper fixated on you. So if you don't hyper fixate, I mean, obviously there's attention, right? I see that they pay attention to you a lot. But like, they still stay focused on what's important, right? On, getting their shit in order. And I feel that it's kind of got to be the same. Or vice versa, I could be reading it the other way because it's tarot, right? And I don't know, it's like this energy of not running, not chasing, just attracting, right? Effortless attraction through aligning with their energy, or they start to align with yours. I feel like I got this card the last time I did your reading. Kurakula. To receive your divine inheritance of blessings and support for sacred fulfillment, certain karmic conditions that resonate at a lower frequency need to be cleared. Kurakula signifies a time of rapid movement on your path and freedom to attract what you want and need. Let go of that which does not belong in your world. Release and you shall receive, right? So it's this energy of like, letting go of the outcomes, not like micromanaging the universe, right? Not staying fixated on the outcomes. Instead, you're just focused on how does this person make you feel? How does their company make you feel? And if you vibrate on that energy and you focus on, what this connection is for you, and kind of like, like fathom that they're already yours. If they're your divine counterpart, then there's no separation, right? Separation is an illusion. You all are the same energy. So when you confront that in yourself and you're like, there is no separation, then it manifests on the 3D that there is no separation, right? Dakshina Kali. She appears fierce, and yet she is benign. Her oracle brings the message that a situation may frighten or intimidate you, or that a situation which may frighten or intimidate you is well within your capacity to handle. No matter how dramatic or intense a situation may appear to be at this time, it shall eventually be a little more than a passing memory and not have any negative bearing upon your future. Right? So, like, take the challenges, take them as lessons, and also, this is helping you to learn what true love is, right? By experiencing it. By experiencing being able to let go of somebody that you truly love and continuing to love them until eventually, fate realigns you back together, right? Sometimes the best way to know if we really love somebody is to be challenged to love them from afar for a minute, for a while, however long. But being able to feel it, right? And to not falter from that feeling, to not be led into temptation, right? With the devil in reverse, right? Staying true to how you feel, right? Honor your feelings. If you love somebody, honor those feelings and continue to love them and be faithful to them, honor those feelings as though you are with them, right? And that's why I hate when people are like, they, how do I word this? That's why I hate when people break up and then they immediately become enemies and they immediately like start fighting and they're like, oh, we can't ever be friends, da 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 da. I'm like, that's stupid. If you had love for this person, why should that dissipate? Should your circumstances change? Like, if you love them with or without you. You love them without conditions. You love them without the limitation of a relationship. You can love them no matter what. right? And so prove that you love them no matter what. And I feel like that's the real challenge, because I do see divine counterparts here, you know, and it's really challenging you to honor your feelings, to be true to your feelings, always. And don't veer from that. But that's pretty much what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I will catch you later.